Well, we're back again for another edition of Te Akau TV, fresh from Melbourne, Reece. You've had a big week over there. Now finally back on New Zealand soil and heading towards New Zealand Cup Week. How has the week gone that's been? And obviously, you're looking forward to Cup Week as well.
It was a great week in Melbourne. I really enjoyed it. The whole atmosphere of all the people that get to the races, they just love it. The horses ran really well. Obviously, if we had a touch of luck, we would have had a few winners, but to run second in a race like the Coolmore, it doesn't get done very often. I can't even remember the last Kiwi horse to run a placing in that. So that was amazing. Going to Melbourne Cup Day, having a couple of nice runners there was good. Obviously, we just didn't get that winner, but with a touch of luck, we should have had a couple.
And one of those that ran on Tuesday comes home with you as well, Reece, and Midnight Blue.
He does. He's very well placed in the ratings in New Zealand, and he'll suit being trained down in the paddock. I'm sure Sam's going to look forward to training him. He's certainly a horse that will be able to get to races like a Queen Elizabeth Cup and Auckland Cup, etc.
And I guess, Reece, there's a lot of new faces entering the jockey ranks at the moment. I thought we'd just touch on a couple there. Liam Royden, he had a great day at Ashburton recently. He rides for the team there at Riccarton on the first day of Cup Week on Saturday. Joshua Parr, I understand he might be coming over next week. We've seen Michael McNabb return, and two new faces in Kevin Stott and George Rook from England. They were running yesterday there at Pukekohe. Do you want to give a bit of an update on the ranks?
Certainly getting a lot stronger in New Zealand for sure. And we've actually got Blake Shin coming out next week to ride track work while he's suspended to have a look at everything. And he's going to come down to the races with me to Tauranga. He'll be at Copeland's Mile Day at Riccarton. So Blake's a person that'll come over as well. So it just shows that the money that Entain are pumping into us, we're not off that bad from Melbourne and Sydney, because their carnivals died down now for the next couple of months and now unstrengthened. So there's no reason why we can't get all these decent riders over here. But the two English boys that have come out, they've obviously started off very well. Both rode winners yesterday at Pukekohe. And we've even got the services of one on Winstars Line in the Guineas.
Excellent. We'll look forward to seeing those jockeys as they step out. But I thought we'd give the viewers an update with the unfamiliar names that they will see in the race books over the coming weeks. Winners of the week that's been Tauranga Wild Knight Reece. He won very impressively there on the open handicap.
He was sensational, wasn't he? A great ride by Vinny. Put him in the race, and as soon as they swung home, as soon as he peeled off the rail, he wasn't going to get beat. So look, the horse is flying, and it's just a wonderful training effort to get him back the way the boys have done. And the guys in the colt barn, led by Riley Sheehan, they've done a wonderful job. He's not an easy task, but look, they've got their hands on the pulse on him at the moment.
And we might see him over on Australian shores sometime soon.
Yeah, the plan, rough idea plan could be to run him in the Cranbourne Cup. It's a $500,000 mile race, and not saying that he's not up to the best, because he is, but look, all the spring horses won't be there, so it's a really nice option for him to see where he is at in the Melbourne ratings.
Excellent. And two winners there at Ashburton on Sunday. Family Ties for a good group of owners, and Bellamio.
Family Ties sensational as well. Obviously, any win for people like John and Denise is massive, and they've got all their family involved, and Gilby Southworth, our accountant. It's just a terrific group of people, and it was a great ride by Amber. Obviously, once she gets deeper in her preparation, she also gets better.
Excellent. And Bellamio?
He was great. Vinny put him in the race. He's a horse that you wouldn't play cards with. He does take the piss a little bit, but Vinny got him up there, and as soon as he turned for home, he really put pressure on him, and he was strong to the line. So there's no reason why that horse can't go on with it now either.
Excellent. Well, let's kick off there at the races at Te Rapa first before we head down to the opener for Cup Week. Kick off in race number 2 at Te Rapa, the Impact Off-Road 1400 rating 65 benchmark. Akini, the very, very well-bred mare of Trelawney's out of Fastnet Rock, out of a Grain, the mare, the German mare. She lines up in this race, draws barrier 7 with Vinnie Colgan on board.
Certainly has taken good improvement from her first up run up to 1400 metres, suits her. Just got checked out of it, Ellerslie, and never really got in the mix again. From the draw, she should get into a nice spot. Vinny's riding really well, particularly for the stable, so expect to see improvement from her.
Race number 3, the Hallmark Stud 1100 for the 2-year-olds. This will be another good one to build that prize money kitty ahead of the Karaka Million there in January. La Dorada, out of the mare Gold Fever, who won the Matamata Slipper or Matamata Stakes. She lines up here, draws barrier 4, Vinnie Colgan on board.
Lovely filly, very speedy. She'll jump and run. Obviously, it's a very unknown race with a lot of first starters, so it'll be interesting how they do play it. But I see her being in the first 3 or 4, and she's shown us a lot at the trials, including her last one. It was very good, so expect her to be right in the finish. Obviously, this is a very strong race. Normally, the one that wins this does kick on to be a very good horse. Like last year, I think the first 5 home were all stakes place getters after that.
Race number 4, the Maven Waikato 1300, Petrucci, another mare for Trelawney, barrier 9, Ace Lawson Carroll on board.
Form line doesn't read pretty, but she's going very well. Things just didn't go to plan with her second up. She hit the line very strongly up to 1300 metres in that 75 grade. She's going to be very lethal. She races well up to Rapa. From the draw, we'll just get her into a rhythm, get her breathing, but expect her to be right in the finish. She's a very nice mare.
Race 5, Majestic Horse Floats 1200, running 65 benchmark, another well-bred mare, Bella Voce, draws barrier 5 with Vinnie Colgan on board.
Excellent over the 1,000 last start at Trentham, back up to 12. Good deck will suit her. From the draw, we'll just try and get her in the race. Vinny's obviously riding well for the stable, but expect her to be much more improved now because she's third up.
Down to race number 8, the Flares Final Fling, rating 75 benchmark. 2 that came out of the same race at Ellerslie last sudden, Quali Alfarasha and Xantabulous. Quali Alfarasha, I guess, goes up in the weights, but now has the services of the inform apprentice Amber Riddell on board. And Xantabulous was an eye catcher there at Ellerslie last start, and she draws barrier 3 with Vinnie Colgan on board.
Happy to have Amber coming up to ride for the team. She's 3 from 3 for the stable, so it's pretty good record for us. From the draw, obviously we drew 1 at Ellerslie. We drew on the car park this time, so we'll just have to assess options. I'd say she'll go back with the thoughts of getting to a Counties Cup following start. But look, she's got an explosive turn of foot. I don't think it would have mattered where she drew last time. She won that easily. Xantabulous, she just got stuck behind her. She probably just doesn't have that sprint to go with Quali Alfarasha with fresh legs, whereas Xantabulous already had that run. But Xantabulous will end up in a beautiful spot. She races very well at Rapa, so expect to see her right in the finish, getting up to 1,600 now.
Down to Riccarton to kick off Cup Week. We kick off in race number 4, the Garrett's Horse and Hound Premier, rating 75 benchmark. Insatiable, he's had a bit of a few hold-ups this campaign. Comes into this race, draws barrier 8 with Liam Royden on board.
Has an excellent fresh up record. Last year he won very easily first up down there. 1,100 metres is going to suit him. He'll probably just trail behind 1 or 2. The shoot doesn't really matter where you draw, but he'll get on the Sunning's bum and hopefully he can explode like he did first up last year.
Race 6, the listed Donaldson Brown Pegasus Stakes, open handicap over 1,000 metres. The stable has a very good record in this race and is headlined with Caravella, drawn barrier 10, again with Liam Royden on board.
Yeah, first up, look, it was just too wet a couple of weeks ago, so we've given her a bit of time, kept her really slick in the 1,000 metres. It looks like a good opportunity to win some black type. It's not a very strong race. From the draw, we'll just look to try and tuck her in for a little bit of cover and not expose her too early, but she'll run the race of her life first up, I'm sure.
Race number 7 there, the New Zealand Bloodstock Ready to Run Sales Trainers Series Premier, rating 75 benchmark. 2 take their place. Vivacious flew home from the back at Ashburton last start. Has the wide draw again, but again has the services of Liam Royden, who seems to know her pretty well.
Yeah, look, probably have to ride her much the same again, unfortunately, with the barrier draw. But look, she's going 4 weeks between runs. She's going to like that. But expect her to be right in it. She likes a good deck. She's going to get it, and she'll run well.
And Mezzicato won well at Matamata there, then went down the line to Tauranga and is finding her way through the country there via Wellington into Riccarton for her first start in the south this campaign. She has won on the track before, draws barrier 6 with Co Girls on board.
Yeah, she's won on Cup Week. She won the 3-year-old race on the middle day last year, so she's certainly up to this. Getting her back onto a faster track will help. From the draw, Grillsy will just give her a good warm-up. She can be a bit tardy out of the barriers here and there, but she's been good lately, so expect her to be midfield, bit of cover, and there's no reason why she can't be right in the finish.
And race number 8 there, the listed Metropolitan Trophy, open handicap, 2,600, a big lead-up race to Cup Week. Mesben, she will relish the step up and trip there, I imagine. Reese, she was good last start in the Beverly Cup.
She's excellent. She's just going to run herself in the form like she has been. She had a quiet 2 at the beginning of her preparation, was very good at Waverley, and she's got to the Riccarton base and got in the routine well. Expect her to race well. Obviously, you'd like to have seen her just draw a couple of spots out. You don't really want to be stuck on the rail with a big scopy mare like that. But Craig Girls to get the 53 is a big help, and she'll race well for sure. And Fierce Flighty's a couple of duck eggs next to his name at the moment, but look, that's just him. You don't really look at his form too much. He'll pop up for sure on a good track over 2,600. A few gear changes there to spark the old boy back up. Liam can use a stick in both hands, which will also help. So he'll be 2/3 down the field, and hopefully he can just start picking them up from the half mile, and he'll be right in the finish.
Race number 9, the Gold Club Premier, rating 75 benchmark, 2,000 metres. I think you can put a line through Bo Brummel's last start. They looked like they were in the Great Northern Hurdle when they were coming down the straight there. It was that wet. How's he going on a firm deck tomorrow, hopefully?
They're really good, actually. Look, the team's happy with him. It's certainly a race that he can win. But look, if he's probably a horse that needs to get some confidence back. He probably doesn't have much from his last couple of starts. So look, if anything, he'll race well on the last day. So just watch him on Saturday.
And race 10, the Group 1 Albastic World Dubai, 52nd New Zealand, 2,000 guineas. The big race here for the 3-year-olds over a mile, set weight conditions. Unfortunately, we lost one through the weekend, Dream of the Moon, but we've got obviously When Stars Align, the nice colt by Zeus Star lining up here with one of those new jockeys we mentioned earlier, and Kevin Stott.
Look, he's going to be the pick of the parade area. He's just a gorgeous animal. Obviously, Zeus Star is one of the best size in Australasia. So he's got the pedigree. Obviously, form line doesn't read like a 2,000 guineas winner, but stranger things have happened. Blinkers come off, should roll on just to make him relax a bit. He'll roll forward. If he got away with a couple of cheap sectionals, he'd be there a long way up the finish line, and it'd be great for him to get it over the line being a colt.
Excellent. We'll head over to Flemington while we stay on the topic of Saturday racing, and we've got the one runner there lining up at Flemington, who you mentioned earlier, was amazing in running second there in the Coolmore Stud Stake. Mark on the quick backup, one to always watch out for. It obviously had a good look over here on Monday and Tuesday and said, let's go for the Group 1 Championship sprints. Probably come up a bit stronger than probably we anticipated earlier in the week, Reese, with the likes of Bella Nipotina floating around in the field there as well. How's she kind of come through Saturday's run, and how's she looking going into this coming Saturday?
She looks great. Mark and Ben are happy with the way she pulled up. She's drawn to advantage. She'll follow the right horses. Mickey D getting down to that weight is a big help. Look, it's a very strong race. Obviously, Imperatrice took it out last year. In Secret ran third, Bonus Notch second. So it's a very, very good race. So look, she's going to have to do it tough, but she's the right filly to do it, I believe. She's already won at weight for age level, so expect her to race well again.
Excellent. On Sunday, there's 2 runners down the line there in the Central Districts. We kick off in race number 1 with Brazen Affair. Michael McNabb takes the mount.
Look, she's obviously been only okay in her 2 runs, but her trials back this time in have been very good. 1,000 metres is definitely going to suit her. From the draw, we'll just ride her as she jumps. She was a bit tardy in the barriers in her last trial, which is unusual for her. But look, her form line reads good, and expect her to be right in the finish.
And race number 2, the Johnson Brothers 2-year-old set weight and penalties 1,000. The son of Bivouac, Car Solio. Wow, what a trial.
Look, he's an outstanding type. He's out of the Piero mare. We paid a bit for him at Magic Millions. Really like this horse. He's just kept on improving as he's got deeper in his preparation, his trial. I don't think I've seen a 2-year-old win like that at the trials in a long time. So he'll relish the firm ground. He'll go forward. Great to have Nabba back in the team, and I'm sure that we'll see the Tangerine Silks flying high there.
Excellent. Reece, you gave us your best bet in Wild Night last week. You're in hot form. Where are we going this week?
Look, I think Carsolio, he's going to be very, very difficult to beat. I think he's a very good horse.
Excellent. Well, I guess look ahead to next week. We've got the remaining races of Cup Week. Copeland's Bakery Mile Day there on Wednesday. Have we got any in that race?
A perfect scenario. The old boy will be there. He'll be top weight, but he'll be right. He loves it.
Excellent. And then over to Cup Day, obviously, you've got the Cup and then the 1,000 Guineas there that'll be headlined by Captured by Love. And that's going to be an absolute mouthwatering contest against Alabama Lass and a few other good fillies in there as well, Reece.
It will be. Captured by Love's obviously thriving. The more she does, the better she gets. The wet track her wheels just spun the other day at Tiara, but expect her to race very well in 1,000 Guineas on a good dig.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time again today, Reece, and we will catch up with you again sometime soon.
Cheers, Hazy. See you later.